that which has been stated in regard to the latter question.
I want to introduce you to a new reader that I found. It's called the 11 Reader, and it has other voices that I like. I use some other readers. Maybe you've heard my robot voices before. You know, I like a certain style. Like, I'll show you. Not everybody can get behind and listen to this for a long time. Even I'm a little wore out. Listen to this.
I'm not quite sure of the arrangement for energizing the entity by placing it below. Could you tell me how to do that? Ra, I am Ra. Your assumption is correct.
I listened to both of these.
Will suffice to point the way for the present query. 77.8. Questioner. Finally, she wishes to know why several days ago her heart rate went up to 115 per minute, and then she had extreme pain in her stomach. Was that an Orion greeting? It says, Ra, I am Ra. Although this experience...
Was that an Orion greeting? I'm just gonna... Pardon me. Excuse me. Coming through. Okay. Hey. How you doing? Continuing to experience victory in cat. All I gotta do is get a good cat video, make it short. Maybe I mix some music in, maybe I don't. People loving that Sunny. And I'm starting to claw my way to the top. And I feel good about it. I skipped school today. But my friend came over. I'll actually probably do it just a little bit later. I must say she did look nice. I had a period of time where I used to, I've had some loving from my friend in the past, and because my heart is open to her, and she's still a very attractive lady, I just still have that in there, and I found it affected me, but it had been gone for a while. It had been dispelled, probably because I also believe that she might have died. She got really fucked up, and she's getting much healthier. You know, I don't want to live forever, but I want to live as long as my best friends live. Right? I don't want to live to be 60 if I'm all alone. Fuck that. Y'all motherfuckers be hermits. Not me. I don't want to do it. I've had enough hermit life. And I asked the AI about my situation with my brother in the house, which I could put in here. I might fit it in this video as a small section, and you can pass over it if you'd like. Law questions?
Of course. What law questions do you have?
So, I inherited a house with my brother. It's a house in Houston. I currently live in Bastrop, Texas. My brother's been living in the house that time. He's not paid me any rent, and I want to sell the house. Doesn't he owe me rent? And doesn't... What can you answer me about this? Help me out.
Sure. Sounds tricky. Since you inherited the house jointly with your brother, you both own it as co-tenants. Probably tenants in common unless specified otherwise. He doesn't automatically owe you rent just because he's living there and you're not. Texas law doesn't require one co-owner to pay the other unless you all agreed on that, or the property agreement says so. But if he's excluding you from using the property or benefiting from it alone, you could argue for use and occupation compensation, like half the fair market rent value, while he's been there. Wanting to sell? Both owners need to agree, or one can file a partition lawsuit in court to force a sale if the other refuses. In Houston, that's handled in district court. Check your inheritance docs first for any specifics. Should I dig deeper into partition rules?
If I agree to him to not seek the back rent and let him pay the taxes since he's living there and not paying rent? Shouldn't we, when we sell it, shouldn't we just split it 50-50?
You could absolutely cut a deal like that. Waive back rent if he covers all property taxes going forward, especially since he's occupying it. That's fair and avoids court drama. When you sell, yeah, proceeds split 50-50 after debts like any outstanding taxes or liens, unless your inheritance agreement says different. Just get it in writing so everyone's clear. Need help drafting something simple?
Yes. Can you draft something? Can you make me a document that suggests this?
I can't spit out a full legal doc right now. I'm not a lawyer, and this needs proper review to hold up. But I can sketch a basic agreement outline you could start with, then take to an attorney or use as a template. How's that sound?
Yes.
Something like,
Yes, please. Do it.
here's
But I looked it up on Zillow because I really need the money. I need the money, you know. Really just to get a car, pay the little debts that I have for my home, and get my license and put the rest in the bank. I probably will give some to my ex-wife too for child support, but I'm not giving it all to her. You know, they've been running me crazy, but it's not like I don't want to give her something. I do. Actually, I would like to. My friend got all in my shit for saying, you know, I already told my brother I would give him some of the money for the taxes, but, you know, he technically should have had been, you know, allotting me, but I wouldn't make him do that. That's why I want him to know it's important that I need him to pay just the taxes. You know, he is living there. It's not out of the realm of possible things. It's not like I'm fucking him over, you know. Because the agreement that he's going to have to come up with is that he's going to have to take care of the houses while he lives in it. We have to do that here. I have an outhouse. I have to go outside and do that because I don't have the money to fix my toilet, which requires a whole nother toilet. I don't mind. I handle my business outside. I take my crap outside. Off in the corner. Got a nice little enclosed area. It's very nice. You know, I relive the 1800s when I poop. Okay? And when it's in the dark, I just go outside and I just whip my dick out and I just pee right back out here. I look at the horizon and I just wag my dick at it. I do. I mean, you want me to tell you the truth? That's it. That happens. That's a daily occurrence. You know? I'm too far gone because I'm a bachelor. I like it like this. Look, I love women. Y'all are great. Y'all are crazy. You know? If I have just the right small amount of people in my life that is necessary to keep me sane, I feel pretty good about it. I did a lot of prayers for a buddy of mine today that had some stem cell stuff go. It's not like I can call him and ask him, you know, how did it go? But maybe in like a week or so, I'd like to check in on him. But I think I got enough prayers for him and eyeballs. Because I believe that this thing of consciousness is also to be applied. You know, I think it's important to take that energy and send it at him and dial it in. I've been watching Chief Minion of Tim Tony Stark. He's been doing these well, I'll show you. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. That there you see is the ram's horn. That's for the rotating torsion field energies of the eye and the minus eye. And towards the back where they're placing and burning the different images to anchor in the why am I speeding up? Something's going wrong here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping out because I'm watching the video. It You couldn't hear it over the loud flames. So I'm editing over it. But they're placing in these different quarters, and those are the fields. There's a Sri Yantra-like square that they're aiming that on. So they're basically using these positive manifesting and negative manifesting or erasing principles, and they've picked some real good targets to do some erasing on, some of the evil things